Flight 503, the new Golden Circle service from London to Tehran. 14 hours ago I was in London. Now the Electra deposits a wined and dined reporter in Tehran for his first look at Persia, and in a few days an interview with the Shah. Is this where East meets West? European clothes and the veils of the harem. In the bazaar, canned goods from America are sold side by side with carpets from Isfahan and Tabriz. The mosques are all you'd expect. There are new buildings and traditional. The Shah's palace. When I'd got there, he'd gone on a European trip. It's hot in Tehran. Let's make a first move towards the comparative cool of the north and that food of foods, caviar. Persia's at the center of Asia's landmass. To the north, her neighbors Russia and Turkey, and the largest landlocked sea in the world, the Caspian. Our route is along a river valley called Karaj, then into the mountains, and then up and over them with a vengeance. The present Shah's father opened this pass for cars. Before this, it was reserved for pioneers on foot or four-footed animals. They still use it today. These are nomads on their way to the mountains. When the snows melt on the peaks, the long trek starts from the plains to the grazing up above. Hospitality is universal, and they offered me some of their meal. It's a flat, unleavened bread, made of some sort of wheat. In a nomad camp, it's fair shares for all. The flocks of goats are slow-moving, only a few miles each day. But the purpose is fulfilled. The grazing on the new land and the green snow pastures thousands of feet above the plain fattens them up nicely. There are only a few on this road today, but a generation ago, tribes 100,000 strong would move several million head of livestock on a migration like this. But the government have harnessed them in more profitable jobs working for the development of Iran. Harnessed just as the government is planning to harness this river valley. The Karaj Dam, inaugurated by the Shah in 1958. Iranians and Americans are working day and night to finish it by 1961. This dam will control the spring flood and melted snow that comes down from the mountains in the north, so that Tehran, the capital, will have an additional supply of electricity and water. The village in the valley will be swamped eventually, but none of the locals believe the dam will ever be finished. The river was flowing long before the Americans came, they say, and no foreigner can stop our river. Goat's milk has been cooled in these waters for centuries. Now the waters cool two rival brands of transatlantic gaseous liquid, which in turn cools the roving report team. A Muslim owns the contract for one, and the other is owned by a member of another religious sect. You're either a heretic or one of the faithful, depending on which you drink. We were neutral. From the little rest house or caravanserai sited nearly at the head of the pass, it's a journey of a few hours down to the coastal strip of the Caspian. A flat, fertile plain dotted with peasant farms bordering the emptiest sea in the world. The government has complete control over fishing rights and the industry is centralized, so the people along the coast live almost entirely by farming. They're a different race to those of the south. Somehow, this family scene looked very Russian to me. The Caspian is still largely unspoilt, but it has the only good beaches between Beirut and Bombay. Most of the land was given to the people by the Shah. The word motel has arrived here. The father of the present Shah built several hotels close to the sea, and these are now part of the family foundation of Pahlavi. I asked one of the hotel managers to tell me something about this royal organization.
Well, when this hotel built in 1932, it was for the guests of the royal families. Yes. But afterward, the Shah gave to the Pahlavi Foundation to get the benefit, so that many people that they are interested to come to this area. Sometimes we have high official people. For example, 2 months ago, the King Hussein of Transjordan, he was here. Of course, he went to Palace of the King, but all these companies, they stayed in this hotel. And of course, we have some other visitors, especially in the during the summer, and they are the Sheikh.
I see that over there you've got what looks like an extension to this hotel.
That's right, yes. That's a new hotel under construction, and will have about 100 rooms. Of course, it will be very modern.
I've got a feeling, Mr. Gohaju, that there are plans to make this coast of the Caspian into the sort of equivalent of the French Riviera. Is this true?
Yes, that's right. That's right, yes.
Down there is a place which I've heard referred to as the casino. Does this mean there's gambling?
The game that we have there is bingo, that you heard maybe. It's an American game.
We call it housey-housey, I think.
Might be housey-housey, but we call it bingo, as the Americans call.
I wonder, Mr. Gohaju, if there's any particular food which people like when they come to stay here.
Well, talking about the Caspian area, it's always related with the caviar. Maybe you heard